Hello everybody, and welcome back to DC Universe Online with me and Nik Nova. And last time, we spent pretty much the entire time, well I did, talking about the Batman v Superman trailer. And honestly, I have some more to talk about this time. But it won't be it might be the entire episode, but it's just more interesting and, thoughtful things, I guess. And since it's the most thoughtful time of the year, it's the holiday winter event in Dcuo. Fleas is off doing his thing, being a big old butt, trying to steal Christmas from everyone. So we gotta go out and we gotta do all that jazz. So I think that's what we'll do today, is the holiday event. Also because I want to see if I can actually do it, because I'm only level 10, but that's all the level you actually have to be, I think, to join it. I think so. I think that's how high you have to be. It lets me do the street stuff, so we will do that. Where should we go? We should go to Gotham. I like Gotham better for collecting these kind of holiday things. Metropolis is cool, but I don't know. Gotham always just seems like the better choice. I really don't know why. Just feels that way. But just to bring you guys up to date on some things that we might talk about in the future, I have watched the first 5 episodes of Supergirl, so that'll be interesting to talk about. I'm up to date on The Flash, not up to date on Gotham or Arrow in the last 2 episodes. But, yeah, lots of stuff to talk about there. But there were some things that I wanted to kind of talk about with the Batman v Superman stuff, and I'm sure you guys might be kind of tired of hearing me talk about that, but it's so big because this is like the first time we're seeing Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman all in the same movie on the big screen, and it not just being a cartoon. And even though the cartoons are amazing, I mean, I absolutely love most of the cartoons. I think they're just fantastic. They do just such a great job of showing off the world and the characters, and back off! Man, I am weak for this mission. But yeah, it's such a huge topic to talk about right now. And if you guys don't know who Greg Miller is, he was part of IGN.
Those are mine. Give it to me.
No, I need to get these Christmas presents, you butts. This is it, please. Mine. Dang it. You butts. Ugh. I may not be high enough level to do this. It's really hard. At least not this version of it. I might be able to do the other version, but not this one. Darn. But let's just do the event, because I'm sure we'll be able to get into that pretty quickly. But he was absolutely stoked about the trailer, and he's a big nerd, just like everyone else that's interested in it. It's kind of just a universal thing right now. Everyone's really excited about it. And he brought up some interesting ideas. A lot of people are really sticking with the Bizarro idea. And like I said, I think that would be really cool if there is a Bizarro in the movie, but I just don't think that's how things are going to work out, because I just don't feel like their story is built up to that. In fact, I'm kind of thinking that the story that they're going for, stupid snowman. The story I'm pretty sure they're going for is like your average superhero story. You know, they're trying to pick it up at a place where the story isn't, that we're not used to, I guess, like in the future. One of the big ideas that's floating around with the Suicide Squad movie coming out, and a whole bunch of Batman movies that are supposed to come out in the future if the Superman Batman movie doesn't flop, that is. But big rumor that's floating around is that Jared Leto's Joker is not the Joker. It is Jason Todd, who's been manipulated by the Joker.
Thank you, hero person.
Now, that would be kind of a cool story and all, but I really don't care for Jared Leto's Joker so far. What we've seen, and again, we haven't seen a lot of it, so I have no idea. Maybe he's more interesting than I thought. But maybe that's the reason why that they're going with this, because a lot of people, I don't think, seem very excited about Jared Leto's Joker. And he's so much different than any of the other ones that we're used to. You know what I mean? He doesn't strike me as the... Yeah, I knew that one, wasn't it? Darn it! Damn you! Anyway, but that would be kind of interesting. And also, post me seeing that video... the Batman v Superman trailer, I went and I looked up some stuff. Can I repair here? Of course I can't.
For the duration, you will be working with villains from the Suicide Squad to complete the objective.
I'll be working with the villains.
Check out that horde. There's the power rings trapped inside those emitters. They're fueling the Larfleeze has locked himself behind a security door. The excess energy in the building has shorted out the locking mechanism. Give it a good whack. And you should be able to
sounds
get
good.
inside.
Now, I don't know if I'm even high enough level to do this. The Halloween one was set fairly high, and it became sort of impossible for people to do it with just like regular pug groups with lower level players. So we'll see how they did this one. They might have just made it just bullet spongy. Like they really should have. I mean, if they're just going to go for that, then it should just be bullet spongy. It shouldn't be like super difficult at the same time. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, okay. But post me watching the Batman v Superman trailer, I found out that there was this weird article that Fortune 500 did. And if you guys don't know who they are, they're the ones who rate companies or whatever every year. And if you get into the Fortune 500, you're such an amazing group. Or a company, rather. So they did this like faux article on Wayne Tech or Wayne Industries and LexCorp. And in the article, it said the owner is Lex Luthor Jr. And then on Twitter, there's a Lex Luthor profile, which you guys can go look up. I think it's like at the Lex Luthor or something like that. But he was saying, Dad would be proud. So there's this really big idea that the Lex Luthor that's in the movie is Lex Luthor's son, since this kind of seems to take place in the distant future, kind of. Like, you know, Batman's old, Lex Luthor's probably old, but that also gives light to maybe there actually being a pretty good Lex Luthor in there, and we not just getting the Lex Luthor's son type thing, which I'm hoping for. I think that would be super cool.
So if you've got nowhere to go, just get out. This stash is mine, and I'm not sharing.
Never heard Larfleeze say that. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm kind of interested in that whole idea that this is a younger Lex Luthor that's taken over the company, but it also gives light to the idea that, because we don't know anything about the original Lex Luthor in this world, and it appears that Batman and Superman aren't familiar with each other. yet, anyway. They become familiar in this, and the Justice League gets built up in this movie. But one thing that I thought would have been really cool, I doubt they'll do it because it just doesn't seem to work with what they're planning on. But what if this whole world, whatever it is, what if this is an alternate Earth? Because, and I say that because the TV series seems to be going on that a lot, you know, alternate Earths, alternate timelines, stuff like that. What if this is an alternate Earth? Because it seems very weird to just slapdash the Flash and Aquaman and Cyborg all into this at the very last second, you know? Because from what I can tell from the trailer, if they are in the movie, they're not in the movie until the very end. And so, obviously, it seems so weird that they would just be in, like, the last little bit, and that would be it. That's all we would get of them, and they'd be like, it's the Justice League. What if this was an alternate timeline? Kind of like if you guys have seen the Flashpoint Paradox movie, where the Flash, to save his mom, he wants to go back into the past and change it. And in doing so, he does change that situation where his mom dies. But he changes the future, and, you know, Wonder Woman's evil. Superman is held inside a like military prison type thing. Batman died. Bruce Wayne died. And his dad became this, like, anti-hero type Batman instead. What if it was kind of like that world? Because Batman seems like he's pushed a little bit more towards that kind of a Batman. Because there's, you know, everybody is very sure that Batman has some sort of a gun in his hands. And that doesn't quite seem like the Batman everybody knows. It won't work in most people's eyes, I don't think. Oh gosh, hello, back into the real world, I guess. But I don't think it would work in most people's eyes as, like, the actual Batman. So what if it was like some sort of alternate reality, and then at the very end, the Flash and Cyborg and Aquaman, I guess. I don't know why they need Aquaman to come in, but, you know, I guess perhaps he's there to get Wonder Woman on their sides. I have no idea. But what if they come from Earth 1, or the original timeline, or they come from the future or something, or the past, and they meet up with them and tell them, hey, this is the wrong timeline, we need to change these things or else you guys die, and then that starts up a whole chain of movies. I think that would be pretty cool. Like, something happens in the past and they have to go change that. I think that would be kind of interesting. A lot more interesting than it's just a different sort of timeline world, and this is how it is, and these are the characters that are in it, and this is how the Justice League is formed. I don't buy that necessarily. That's just me, personally. I've had this conversation with other people, and I don't know if they agree with me or if they disagree with me, but I just don't see it being the same timeline, you know what I mean? It doesn't... It seems so weird to just kind of slapdash all these characters into one movie without having, like, some sort of sense of why they're there. It seems like they need to have a reason to be there, rather than they're just here. They're just here because, well, you know, shit, we need characters in this movie. Darn it, I think we lost that gift. Son of a bee. This one's probably not it either. Shoot. Yeah, I mean, what if it was some sort of alternate Earth or timeline and they needed to go back? Because that would make sense with the Flash, you know, they use him to use like the cosmic treadmill to get them there. It would explain kind of Doomsday. It would explain why maybe the original Lex Luthor, never really did anything evil. He was just a really terrible businessman, or, you know, just a cold man. And then his son got more of the brains and became more evil and saw his father's mistakes that he did. And yeah, I wonder if it could be a possible alternate timeline type thing. And I think that would be really, really cool if they did that, because then you could explore other Earths or other timelines. You could have time traveling stuff like they do in the Flash TV show, which is actually really cool, because I don't know. I mean, if you guys watched the Flash and Arrow crossover, there's a big thing about time travel in that. And with the first season of the Flash, they explore time travel and everything, like how it would affect the world, like what would change because of the decisions that you made. Would it be good? Would it be bad?
Is this for me?
Yeah, that didn't work. Quack! Quack! But I don't know. I think that would be kind of an interesting idea for them to do. I don't think they will, though. But another kind of cool thing is that there is most likely going to be Red Hood in this universe, whether it be pre-Joker Jason Todd or just Jason Todd in general. The idea that, you know, and this is still all speculation, but it's still a pretty strong possibility that we're going to get Red Hood in this world. And I think that'd be really awesome, because I really want to see a Red Hood movie, because I think it would be the counterbalance to the Deadpool movie, kind of. You know what I mean? Because Deadpool's kind of that chaotic, Suicide Squad type. Oh, just the anti-hero. And DC, I think, kind of needs an anti-hero movie. And even if it were in like a Batman movie, because, like I said, I think they're planning on doing like 2 or 3 Batman reboot movies to go along with all this, that are like either prequels to the Suicide Squad movie or something to that note, that tune. But we'll have to see, because I'm not really sure how they're going to go about doing it. Please, oh god, darn it! Ooh, be a good one. Luck be the lady tonight. Thank you. Come here, Green Lantern Behemoth. Yeah, I think it'll be good. I hope it will be. I don't know. I'm still very, very worried about it. Like I've said before, I'm not really a Marvel fan, so I'm not totally familiar with Civil War or anything like that. So I'm interested to see what happens there. I've never read the Civil War comics or anything like that, so it's going to be something new for me, even though it's not going to be exactly like the comics. But Marvel seems to kind of stick to storylines that happen in their comic world, whereas DC likes to exaggerate and you know, go off the handle, you know, go away from the written text, which I don't think is the best idea for them. Because you change so much. When you change so much, it's not the same world, it's not the same characters, it becomes something totally different. And I think you lose some of that nostalgia that people would find. But, I don't know, it'll be interesting. We don't even know if, because a lot of people are like, oh, this is a Death of Superman story, but before they were saying it was Frank Miller, you know, Batman v Superman, and clearly it's not that anymore. So, I don't know. I don't know if they did that out of, because I think they put, I'm pretty sure about a year, well, maybe not a year ago, but earlier this year, they postponed Batman v Superman. They were going to have it come out, I think this year actually, or at least very soon. But I think they postponed it so that the writers could, quote unquote, like create their vision of what it would be, or whatever they said, some stupid thing. Their creative vision of what it would be. And I wonder if that was backlash to the whole Frank Miller thing, because I don't, I heard a lot of people that were like, oh, it's going to be great, Batman v Superman, we're going to finally get to see this fight. But to your on-duty tab, head there and I'll contact you on site. Thanks, Oracle, for talking over me the entire time. I don't think people were digging that idea, so I think they changed it, and now it's Death of Superman type thing. I don't know, it's very, very scary. There's a lot of hurdles that DC has to climb over to figure out exactly what they're going to do with the franchise, as it were. Because if they screw this up, and even Ben Affleck's been kind of like, well, if it screws up, then it's going to really suck. And it's like, yeah, of course it's going to suck. You guys screwed your franchise and screwed the fans out of an experience that they've wanted for years. But we'll see. I'm just very iffy on where all these characters line up. Your Orange Lantern cookie, that sounds horrible. But I did get this. What did I get? Ooh, Avatar Bombardier. Oh, Metal's Maw. Oh, I gotta get that. I think that we deserve that. Let's look at that. Because that might be cooler looking than the feet we have. Feet. Oh, it looks pretty cool. I don't know. Could have like more of an orange look to the suit with those. That would be that. The orange lights on there. I don't know. They look kind of cool, but I don't know if they really match it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. We'll roll with them for the rest of the episode, and you guys can leave me a comment saying if you like them or if you don't like them. They're okay. I think I kind of prefer the other ones, because these ones are a little bit short, whereas the regular feet, the cybernetic feet, are kind of taller. I think I like the cybernetic better, but again, like I said, leave me a comment in the comment section. What do you think? What do you think of those? I know you guys don't really dig the shoulders or him not having hands or head or anything, so it's kind of like, oh, well, whatever at this point. Let's see what we got. So we got 5 holiday sprinkle dinkles. That's what I'm calling them. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to deal with it. Ooh, the snow globe. Fruit cake. Superman tree. Meh. Icicles, frozen snowdrift. Wasn't there a, I think it probably is, the gingerbread Arkham Asylum. I bought that last year. So cool. So cool. But now this year, they have the gingerbread Star Labs from the TV show. Oh, look at it. It's so cute. And tiny. I think we'll get the snow globe. That seems cool. We can put it in the base. Snow globe. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. There's so many ways they could have gone about the movie, and I'm just not sure yet. Yeah. I think. Ding, ding, ding. Thank you, phone, for signaling the end of the episode. I know it's a short episode, but I don't really want to go into other content and have this episode be all like mixed up. Like this episode will just be holiday stuff. Oh, but I do want to hit on a couple things that are coming out while we where was our base? I think it's over on this side. I could just warp to it, but that wouldn't be nearly as fun, right? There's a couple of things I wanted to hit on before we go. So I'm still working on the scripts for the new Machinima series, and I know a lot of you guys are still really excited for that to come out, and it will eventually. Like I said, I'm trying to work through some of the ideas because I have a lot of stuff that I want to do in it, and I want it to all make sense. And if it doesn't end up making sense, then it was all for nothing, really. So yeah, I'm working on getting through that and trying to cut down some of the scenes so that they're a little bit more streamlined and not so just like, well, we're gonna have 10 minutes of talking and nothing else happening. Because I tend to do that a lot when I'm writing. Like when I make episodes and stuff, some of the episodes are a lot of just talking and what's the right word? I can't think of the right word. It's not is it exhibition? Where the characters just detail a lot of story rather than giving any actual physical context. They just explain a lot of things to you that you could otherwise see. So I'm trying to cut down a lot of those scenes and make it a little bit more streamlined, a little bit more actiony, and a little bit more exciting than it currently is. Metropolis always looks beautiful though during this time of the season because of all the tree lights and everything. Where the heck is my base? It's over here somewhere, I think. But also, you guys didn't hear, episode 20 is coming out, and I'm super excited about it because it is the Blackest Night episode of the War of the Light series. So that's gonna be really cool to see that. And if you guys haven't read those comics, then, well, I guess you guys need to read those comics if you're playing this game. But yeah, the Blackest Night series is so cool, and alright, I'm totally lost. Where's my base? But they took Metropolis, and we're finally getting a night-lit Metropolis, which is going to be so cool looking. What I've seen of it so far looks super cool. I don't know if it's going to be like how the Metropolis Battle Zone is or the Gotham Under Siege is, but we'll at least get like the ability to see it at some point. I lost where my base is. Map. Are you my base? Nope. You're my base. There we are. I'll get the location down. I've only been there once, and it's not even really a place I wanted to put it. So you know what? Butts and balls and all that jazz. I forgot I put it all the way over here. Thought it was closer to the villain side than it was to this side. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Whee! So yeah, I'm really excited about that and the whole Black Lantern thing and everything. And it's kind of giving me ideas. I know we haven't even gotten the next episode or the next series of the Machinima out, but there is always a possibility for another series where we bring back some people that have passed away in the series. And I think, I can't remember who, was it Batnether? Might have been Batnether, or I forget who it was. I apologize. Whoever mentioned Black Magnum coming back as a Black Lantern, perhaps there might be some sort of story linked to that. I know I do want to bring Paradox back into the series. Oh, it looks so cute. It's big. I want one of those in all my bases. Looks cool, especially in Frostbreaker space. I do want to bring back Paradox, but it'll be another Machinima series. I have some ideas also for some stuff with Levi and Nick and Frostbreaker. Kind of some story stuff with them. but mostly I think that will be like sort of smaller episodes. They're not really going to be like a linked story or anything. It's just going to be sort of a just kind of a funnier series, I think. And I want to do some of those more funny series post the machinima I'm doing, so I can do some smaller, funnier episodes to kind of keep people interested and stuff, you know, give you guys something else to watch. So I think that's going to be the plan. For the Blackest Night stuff, I'm leveling Quantaic right now, so that we can maybe do a live stream for that stuff, because it looks pretty cool, and I want to get in there. I don't know how hard it's going to be, so I'm trying to really level up, so that we're high enough level to just hop into a group and do some stuff. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if you think I should switch his boots. I don't know. The Talmaz ones aren't great, but if you like them, do let me know. And yeah, thanks for joining me, everybody, and I will see you all next time.